Good morning. Hello, my good Eshol-Esheks. I have a new topic for you all. A new victim for dissection, analysis. Um, no. Yeah, the new topic that I will work on this channel is a dynamic about narcissistic mortification, which is a complicated, very weird, ultra counterintuitive topic. And it deals with the energies and the energy manipulation and the understanding of the narcissist. I will bring this in a relatable perspective in later videos, but I need preparation and printed out material to do this. So at first I will apply it to my own experiences, because then I can just speak from the gut right now. Because it helps me to unlock very many things, and the title of this video will be something like Understanding the Narcissist. And let me get into this, So the thing is, you need to understand whatever the narcissist is doing to you, applying to you, whether it's coercive control, which is a framework of applying certain tools of manipulation. So coercive control is a general term, and the tools of coercive control can be triangulation, gaslighting, smear campaign, flying monkeys. I'm isolating you from financial sources, and so on and so on and so on. And whatever the narcissist does to you, humiliation rituals, it's something that you have done to the narcissist before, probably, but you did not realize that you did that to the narcissist. Why did you not realize it? Aren't you open for communication? Aren't you a sensitive, empathetic person? Why did you not see what you did to the narcissist? The reason for this is that the narcissist cannot admit to be hurt by you, cannot communicate this to you, because this would imply that in this moment you are superior to the narcissist. I mean, in reality, you are the supply of the narcissist anyway, and as such superior to him or her, but doesn't matter now. For the narcissist must feel in control and must feel superior at any times, otherwise mortification happens, or the danger, the anxiety of mortification lurks around the corner and puts the narcissist in terror. So you did something to the narcissist without realizing it. Why did you not realize it? First of all, a narcissist has a fragile ego and a distorted perception of reality. The narcissist lives under the assumption that she is entitled, the center of the world, of her own self-absorbed world, and many more things, living in the fantasy, in a defensive mechanism, in a post-traumatic condition. The level of maturity is between, like a child that is between 11 years. And in this distorted perception, they don't share the same reality as you, and they have a fragile ego. So I'm talking of my experiences, okay, today. So let's assume you're living in an open marriage. Don't try this at home. It can backfire very badly. Yet research has shown that if a couple is aligned in some way, if they are equally yoked, both open marriage or traditional marriage can work the same way. Okay? Um, Yet we also analyzed the marriage of Will Smith that has led to a pseudo mutual dysfunctional family unit with the result of a very, very problematic children. So the children are victims of this dysfunctional parenting, and the open marriage did not work. And I could relate to this very much because something similar happened. So, what happened in my case and with Mrs. Probably? With Miss and me, we heard the narcissistic sociopath by being who we are. But I'm not the same as Will Smith, okay? I am different. I am myself. I'm Julian. And I also am not as dependent as he is because I step out of that. Um, so how did we hurt the narcissist? The thing is, when you make an agreement to open a marriage, and now to make it less complicated and simplified, I stay with myself now. You agree to have open marriage. You allow relationships out of the marriage. You meet other human beings and have relationships to them, intimate relationships. So in my case, I had relationships to two other women. Okay? Not at the same time, I'm not polygamous, gamus, I'm not. And the result of this was that my wife was talking to both of these women, and the result of talking to them always was that the marriage, not the marriage, that this relationship was cancelled then. I don't know what she told them exactly, but it was something about, I think, about children, having children, the danger of them having children from me or something. I don't know. I mean, master manipulators are good at activating fears in other people and manipulating them. So the result was that my connections to these women were cancelled, okay? And my wife at the same time tried to also establish connections to other men. Yet it seems like she did not find something that was satisfying her needs. She even invited someone to the yeah, she introduced someone also to me, and I was coming back from running. Or one day I came back from running and I did not wear a lot, and we never saw this guy again. I did not mean to date this person. If you look back at my shorts or videos, you know how I look like. Um, but for some reason, when he saw me, he knew something must be wrong. Something is wrong here. So somehow we never saw this man again. And this was mortifying and hurting my wife that she seems not to have the same success. This means we make an agreement, equal rights. Everybody has the same rights. So she tried to maintain equality and social agreeableness. Okay, everything is fine. We are equal. Yet yet the narcissist always have to win in a way that you get the short end of the stick. And when the result is not given, when the outcome is different, they need to use coercion to get this because they are hurt by this outcome. So she had to, she tried to accept my relations to other women, but she could not accept it. She tried, she could not. So she had to terminate them, manipulate them, influence them. Yet I did not influence or try to, I never communicated to any one of her partners, yet it did not work out for her. And this resulted in a mortification, in attack. I attacked her with this behavior, even though I was not aware of it. I was very naive at this time of my life. I was very open with my life. And this hurt her very much. But she could not really tell me that she can take that this is undermining her sense of grandiosity and control over me. So this was how I humiliated her, how I hurt her, how I created narcissistic collapse in her. So they even get physical symptoms from this. They get destroyed by this, okay? And as a revenge and as a attempt to get back control, she has to make sure that this never happens again, that I lose contact to these women. And by the way, a small intrusive information here. When you are in relation to such manipulative and distorted personalities, they might try to also do very, very confusing gaslighting things like, I can give you two examples. For one, they try to design reality for you. They try to design a relationship to another person with you. So they play God in your life. Like, they suggest you in different ways to have a relationship with another person. Or you might have a naive, like when you put a seed in the ground and nobody looks at the seed. Nobody knows what kind of, is the plant growing? Is it there? Is it not there? And this is the necessary condition for life, for a relationship to grow. Nobody is looking, everybody leaves it. But then from different sides, manipulative, controlling people look at it, dig it out and say, what is happening? What is he? What is, and are envious of something that is not there. So they preemptively become maliciously envious of a relationship that you were not even aware of. And by this suggesting you there could be more. Is there more? And this is highly manipulative, confusing, and leads to crazy patterns. And preemptively talking to you and the other person that they are envious on about whether there is something between you, and you both are confused. And under this reality, you might naively then talk to this other, you meet at some point with this other person and you talk to each other, but every future relationship between you and this person is poisoned and destroyed by preemptive malicious envy. This is crazy. As well as they might suggest you another person that is meant for you, that they want you to be coupled with. So they want to design you. This is crazy. Okay. So you heard the narcissist without knowing it. So you make equal, agreeable, conditions, the outcome is that you are successful, the narcissist does not get what she wants or he wants, and this is why the narcissist needs to start coercing you, means terminate your relationships and forcing somehow their own success. And this leads to a humiliation ritual, which can result in bringing in, like Jada Pinkett Smith, another person in the family unit and then triangulate you publicly with this person, so to speak, okay? So this, in other words, you hurt the narcissist, the fragile ego, and they need to exaggerate this. They must give it to you back 100-fold because this is what they felt, even though you acted based on agreements. And this is when they start to sacrifice their own social status. They sacrifice the status of the family. They sacrifice, they create a cult. They create a closed family cult in this moment, a pseudo-mutual family. They hurt everybody around them just to get what they want. So Jada Pinkett Smith said to Smith, "It was so long that I felt happy. I just wanted to feel happy." And this shows the sexual addiction. So for a somatic narcissist, sexual validation equals happiness. For a healthy person in a relationship to another person, each individual is responsibility to make sure that they are happy. And from this happiness, this self-sustain is shared in the space of the relationship with the other person. Okay? It's not that one person is responsible to make the other person happy, but a narcissist will create this form of dependency. This is, it's not Will Smith's problem or fault that Jada Smith is not happy. If Jada Smith would be married to Tupac, she would make feel Tupac unworthy and say, Tupac, I love Will Smith so much, but you can't make me happy. To create this dependence. It's about the dependence and make a person feel that they are not enough, okay? Now, based on this knowledge, you can understand that everything the narcissist does to you is an exaggeration, a magnifying version of that what you did to the narcissist without knowing, and is there to make sure that you never mortify the narcissist again. The irony of this is that the narcissist actually humiliates and mortifies himself or herself through doing this. So Jada Pinkett Smith humiliates herself by doing this, because if you look at this, what she does, it's shameful and humiliating, and it's not humiliating for Will Smith, in my opinion. He is just trying to keep the family together, okay? Yeah. And the disturbing and counterintuitive thing in this is that let's assume that you are in a humiliation ritual, part of the humiliation ritual as the target, and there is a narcissistic somatic. So there's two somatic narcissists, okay, maybe one overt sociopath and another covert or borderline narcissist, both with sadistic tendencies. It's the energy that they are manipulating and harnessing are libido and destruid energy. I'm not knowing what I'm talking about right now. I'm on thin ice. And and they extract these energies from humiliating others and doing shameful things. And this is so twisted. So when a narcissistic sociopath sees another person fighting for them, just like Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, this kind of projected, created hyper competitiveness in another person that is not competitive from the original. So this creates sexual arousal in them. Humiliating Will Smith creates sexual arousal for Jada Pinkett Smith. So it kind of steals away energy around from the whole family unit. Okay, so it steals the sexual identity and energy from everyone around, including Jaden, his sister, also. What is her name? I don't know. And from Will. Everybody has to give up on their identity and confidence and orientation and libido, okay? And give it all to the narcissistic, dominating, sociopathic head. Through this confusing cycle. But when you understand it, you understand that this is just borrowed. Because at the end of the day, it's self-humiliation, it's self-destructive behavior. Nobody is, nobody here is humiliated except of the perpetrator, the abuser, the hurt, fragile ego, the broken child in the shadow of a dead mother. Understand this? I'm out. We will analyze this further. I just used my own understanding, my own past. Maybe you can relate to that, but we will put this into the perspective of just analyzing it, and then I will explain what these energies are, the libido, the destruo, or how it's called, and we will get into this.